Right, how's everybody doing? I know everybody's getting ready for the holidays. Just want to wish everybody happy holidays and enjoy them with your family. So we'll bring in the ancients. So just give me a minute. We want to talk to everybody about how to use your own personal energies and the energies that are set against you within this sector or matrix to use to your advantage so you're able to weave in and out effortlessly through this matrix. You as a soul, before you incarnate here, choose which soul family you want to be with. There are many different aspects of reality that you can choose from: physical, non-physical, mental, other realms that are indescribable within your language. When you choose to set forth upon a certain aspect of reality, you choose certain energies that'll help you weave through the matrix on stuff that your soul supposedly wants to learn. Before you come to this matrix, you will plan with your soul group advisors, teachers, whatever you want to call them. Whatever entities are acclimated to this sector, or if you choose another realm of reality, whichever ones are acclimated to those. Here, before you incarnate, you'll use the astrology energies to help you navigate through this world. Only astrology is used within this matrix and nowhere else. It was set up within this solar system pertaining to the planets and the energies that are bombarding this sector in order to keep a certain amount of control. They were never always there until your current controller set them forth as a control mechanism on this side and also on the other side. They like to portray loving entities on the other side, whether you want to call them angels, archangels, spirit guides. Those terminologies are only set within this realm. Within your religion, religion is, as we all know, man-made and made by your controllers to keep you with a certain aspect of control. And your angels are intertwined within that religion, or even in other religions. Now, are all angels bad or good? Some are used to control you, and some are here to help you. Jesus was used as a form of control within religion, which couldn't be farther from the truth. He was not about religion. He was a spiritual entity that came here to help show the way in every opposite end of a religion aspect. So before you come here, you choose your time, your birth date, and place when you want to incarnate. And certain energies are set forth. You choose different qualities. Those astrological energies have an effect on you. But you can break those astrological energies through your free will. Free will is a universal law, whether it's in any reality or the spirit world. And going forward, when we say any reality, we mean also the spirit world. Your free will is a natural law. Once you take back your own power and understanding that you have a choice of free will of what energies affect you, what energies you want to use, and you are not controlled, you take your power back. So through your mind, you always want to say, I denounce any previous contracts I may have had before I've incarnated here. And I will use the energies that are within this realm to my advantage to help me weave in and out of this matrix, to make me awake of what's really going on. You have karma that is set forth within this realm also. It is used to keep the souls recycling. The original blueprint of this sector was free will, and for your energetic soul essence to incarnate in the physical and to experience the physical and to seamlessly have that transition of soul into physical. Earth was not a school to be set up for, as you are so-called told. Earth was a genetic experience, an exchange of ideas, a laboratory to see what can grow, what could live, what could interact. Karma was set forth by your controllers as a way of trickery. And if you think about it, it does not make sense in any form or manner for a soul to drop into this reality not knowing its previous lives or its true origin, and to be told to you that it's for the soul to learn a lesson, or as some phrases go, you take the test first and then learn the lesson. Couldn't be farther from the truth, and you were lied to. You see, no one is perfect, especially under these distressed circumstances. The energies that are bombarding you, the vaccines that are given to you, the foods, the air, the trickery. You're dropped blindly into this world, and it is unfathomable or uncomprehendable to set up any kind of ludicrous system of learning under these conditions. What purpose would a soul have to take on a physical ailment such as blindness, death, quadriplegic, disease? That was not the original blueprint. That was not your birthright. Your birthright is to experience the physical under free will and for the enjoyment and learning and the ever unfolding of consciousness. If you take a step back, in what right mind would you set up a system of learning to blindly drop a soul into this chaotic matrix, which is first of all controlled? It is not a school, it is a prison of control. And because of those circumstances, no one is perfect. You will always create karma because you will always make mistakes no matter what. And then when you transition back to the other side, your so-called guides and loving beings will review your life as a form of school, presenting it to you in a form of the soul's growth. And you get fooled by this, and you choose to want to come back because you have a so-called karmatic lesson to learn. It's full of trickery, and it stops when your free will begins to take power. You have the choice to stop recycling back to this realm. When you go to the other side, you want to look for your friends and family, but you want to aim for yourself. You do not want to go to the angels or guides, because they will be not the ones you think they who they are. You aim for yourself, and you creed to yourself, "It is under my free will alone that I choose not to go back to that place, and I choose a higher vibrational reality." Because you have to understand, if you leave this matrix in a low density vibration, you bring those energies with you to the other side and those beliefs. And then you end up not thinking clearly and wanting to come back to try to overcome it. It's asinine, ludicrousy, and it is beyond comprehension of any school system of learning. A third energy we want to talk to you about is being neutral. When you have the so-called good and bad, light, dark, whatever you want to call it, you take on that viewpoint of that side. And within the spiritual community, everyone is endowed with sending love and light. But there are splinters or fragments within the spiritual community that have different viewpoints of what love and light is about. Some agree, some don't agree. You could also say that your so-called religion is set up in the love and light to do good. And you'll have some souls that will view it as love and light. And then you'll have others that view it as evil. Even on the dark, there are different splinters. And we'll use an example. Killing. To a killer of a low vibrational energy, it is not wrong to kill. To him or her, it is their right. When you kill an animal for food, it's for survival. If you kill someone in self-defense to protect yourself, or to protect another, it is to defend your honor. So when you take a category such as killing, there are many splinters and subjects and different viewpoints around it from different aspects depending on which vibrational energy you reside in. That's why we say whatever viewpoint you see, whether it's light or dark, do not make judgment. Observe, understand, and stay neutral, and understand that others like that viewpoint. When you go and shed your opposing energy on that energy you do not agree with, you feed that energy and it grows. Much like your political parties in the United States, your Democrats and Republicans, two opposing forces that do nothing but argue with each other and accomplish nothing. They are so-called representing you, but what actually gets done? Nothing. That's why we tell you, do not get caught up in your smoke and mirrors of news and politics that's going on. It's to distract you. Being neutral in a situation keeps you grounded. It brings you back within your power. You're able to decipher and see things more clearly than you would. How many people are for Trump and against Trump, and the hatred and bickering going back and forth? When you stay neutral and see both sides of the equation, you're able to see everything in the whole aspect. You're able to see the individual trees within the forest. But when you take a viewpoint, all you see is the forest and not the individual trees. And you feed that opposing energy, and all it does is gain momentum. Within your personal lives, if you come across something that you view as bad, and you try your damnedest not to make it manifest, and you think about it and stress about it and worry about it, You feed it. You must stay neutral, understand it, observe it, accept it, and then think of a plan how to combat it. Energy is thought, energy, and action. Those three steps will always steer you in the right direction. But we cannot overemphasize the power of your thoughts. And when you choose your own free will and understand that the power of your sovereignty within you controls your reality, you have much power. Now, you have to play within the metric rules. You have to play within a community. If there is a war going on, going back to the opposing energies, you cannot just go and say, I oppose the war. Because from someone's viewpoint, that war is right. And when you take the other side and say it's wrong, you feed that energy and you get nowhere. And then that energy becomes part of yours. You must stay neutral, observe it, and say, I choose under my own free will that I have the power not to participate in that event. It's not a part of my reality. And I will do everything I can to live within my reality. When you go and try to change other people's viewpoints, you cross the line on their free will. You can never do that. All you can do is stay neutral, and you'll attract the people to you where you can educate them. When you forcefully oppose something, whether it's right, wrong, or indifferent, you feed the energy that you're opposing and the different viewpoints, because this sector is based on free will. Yet, those energies are switched around to oppose you and to keep you within a prison system of beliefs. What we just told you on these three aspects of energy, of karma, astrological energy, staying neutral, of your free will help you navigate through this reality. And another example we would like to tell you is, a lot of people say, I will decree it and say this is not a part of my reality. An example would be artificial intelligence. People will say that is not a part of my reality, I will not participate, as we said. But the inevitable reality unfolding is that artificial intelligence, which is the main enemy of everyone, is unfolding. You cannot just wish it and say it to stop, because it won't. It is unfolding. It will take over. It's inevitable. And the point where your thoughts of, I do not want to be a part of this reality, will take place in the future when wars begin. When we say you are not participating in that reality, we mean you are not going to be affected by artificial intelligence. You're going to be a free and clear thinker. But you have to live within the weaving and matrix of the artificial intelligence without it affecting your free will. It sounds convoluted and confusing, but play this video back a few times and it will start to make sense. Energies are productive or counterproductive. You cannot look at it as light and dark, but you have to look at it as two opposing forces going against each other. And whatever side of the energies you're on, you fuel that side. And if you take an opposing viewpoint, you will actually feed the other side. There are many people under various mind controls, from their cell phone devices, TVs, 5G sending raise smart meters. When you take your free will back and say, I'm not part of that reality, it will not affect me. It will not affect you. You will stay a free thinker within the matrix of all that is bombarding you. If you believe that certain foods will affect you, then they will. Or if certain energies, such as a Mercury retrograde, will affect you, then it will. But when you take the power back and you use that Mercury retrograde energies to propel you forward and say, within my own free will, I decree that those energies will work for me versus against me, then you take your power back. And that's what we say when you're not participating in the events that are steamrolling within this reality, and you take your power back, you're able to weave through the matrix using your own decree and power that is set against you but for you. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that channeling. I think, gave a lot of good perspectives on energies. I know they'll dive more into it, more individually. I think the next channeling will be about astrological energy in a little more depth than that. And then after that will be definitely the karma energy. And then after that will be the free will, staying neutral energy. So there'll be a lot more in-depth channelings about them on how to use those energies to free yourself and empower yourself and manifest what you want in this world. And I'm actually been playing with these energies the last month, which is why I haven't channeled anything, because I have to learn firsthand before I can channel it, so I can help bridge the gap from what they're saying to understanding it, to presenting it to you guys. And I can tell you first and foremost, you just cannot manifest certain things. You have to play within the rules of this matrix. You can't just go out there and wish for $10 million and then poof, it appears on your doorstep. It's thought, energy, and action. If you do want $10 million, then you have to formulate a plan, and you have to be very receptive to it. And you have to believe that whatever energies you agreed to before you came here, you have to denounce them and realize that there's no higher authority than yourself. If you look at others to save you, or you think that your spirit guides or angels are wiser than you, then you're mistaken. Life is about taking your power back. This only happens in this matrix. When you're in other realities, yes, you do have mentors and whatnot, but it is not presented to you as a soul evolving school system. How are you going to have a school set up for souls when it's controlled by lower negative vibrational energies? Do some souls learn? I'm sure they do. But what you learn here isn't in the other realities. You don't have this stuff in the soul world. It does not make sense to drop a soul blindly into this paradigm, this matrix, this prison, not knowing how to combat it, but say, oh, you've learned from previous lives, when everybody knows you're cut off from your higher source and your previous memories to a degree. I would say what the ancients say is, even with them, everybody must unlearn and untwine that ball of twine and start fresh and take what resonates with you. Because 99.9% of what's on the internet is bullshit. And I think I like their viewpoint when they said, even within the spiritual community of people that are woke or love and light, there's so many fragments and splinters, and how much arguing is it within each group that no, it's this way, it's that way. It's like another form of religion. Stay neutral and use your own power.